catching his breath, but nope.
No.
His own stylist just hit him with a brand new lawsuit, and the internet is eating it up.
Now wait a minute. Not the man who picked out his outfits for a decade pulling receipts. That's like your barber showing up in court, baby. Messy.
And this ain't about fashion choices. He's talking disturbing behavior, wild incidents, even a freeway chase.
A high-speed runway, sis. Hollywood messy, but this is giving Lifetime movie energy.
Here's the twist.
I don't like where this is going.
He says testifying earlier this year gave him the courage to finally file his own case.
One spark and the whole closet catching fire.
Shout out to our newest subscriber, Patesha Gambrell. You just pulled up to the tea table at the perfect time.
Because if what this stylist is claiming is true,
then baby, this might be the lawsuit that hits hardest yet.
We tired of playing with your ass, nigga. Today your ass is gonna die, bitch.
So let's dive in, sis. Diddy's former stylist Deonte Nash just filed a lawsuit, and trust, this isn't about mismatched socks.
He worked for Diddy from 2008 through 2018. 10 years of styling looks, working with Cassie, making sure the man never hit the red carpet looking dusty.
But behind the fashion, Nash claims there was chaos. He says working that close meant dealing with some very disturbing behavior. Moments that went way past diva boss.
Now hold up. 10 years later, he suddenly got a court date?
What do you mean by that?
Sounds like he waited until the spotlight was already hot.
That's exactly it! Earlier this year, he testified during Diddy's trial, and seeing other voices come forward, like Cassie's case, gave him the push to finally step out with his own story.
So basically, once the dominoes started falling, he decided to let his piece drop too.
But don't play. He's not being vague. He's talking about shocking incidents that allegedly went down behind the scenes. And remember, Nash wasn't just staff. He was in Diddy's inner circle for a whole decade.
Stylists see everything. Girl, they know your measurements, your insecurities, and your secrets.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
If one of them flips, whew, that shine fades quick.
And Nash wasn't just around Diddy. He styled Cassie too, which means he saw both sides of the empire up close.
And that makes him dangerous in court. He's not just bringing his own tea, he's bringing receipts he picked up along the way.
And here's the key. He went on record, filed in court, and said his piece. That's not just whispers, sis. That's paperwork.
You've got 17.5% in T-bills amortized over the fiscal year.
And paperwork makes the headlines way heavier.
So yeah, the lawsuit just dropped, but the storm is brewing in the details.
And trust me, the details make this sound less like workplace drama and more like a full-blown thriller.
Why are you running?
All right, sis, let's get into what Nash actually says went down, because these claims are straight out of a drama script.
Uh-oh. Here we go. What kind of scenes we talking about?
First off, he says things got physical more than once. Not just the yelling, not just the diva energy, but moments that left him shaken.
That already sound like a workplace nightmare.
And it didn't stop there. According to him, there was even a wild chase on the freeway, like something out of Fast and Furious, but without Vin Diesel. He claims Diddy was behind the wheel, and sis, it wasn't about racing for pink slips.
Not a high-speed catwalk. Girl, if my boss ever chased me down the highway, I'd quit on the spot and send my resignation through FedEx.
I'm done. Cut the show.
Exactly. Nash says moments like that are what pushed him to finally speak out. And remember, this ain't some random outsider. He was in that house, backstage, behind the curtains for 10 years.
Stylists don't just steam clothes. They see the mood swings, the late nights, the private whispers. If one of them says things were chaotic, whew, you know it wasn't just the fashion that was messy.
And here's the kicker. His lawsuit puts Diddy's name next to word control and coercion. He's basically painting a picture of a boss who blurred every boundary.
See, that's why I always say Hollywood glam is just glitter on top of cracks. Folks look flawless on the carpet, but behind closed doors, it can be chaos.
And the connections are wild. Remember Cassie's lawsuit? She described a man who controlled, who pushed, who crossed lines.
If you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Now, here comes Nash with his own story that sounds a little too familiar.
Which means we might be looking at a pattern, not just an accident.
Exactly. This is why his case is so dangerous for Diddy. It echoes things we've already heard, but from a whole new voice. And when different people from different corners tell stories that rhyme, that's when the walls really start shaking.
And notice how the circle of accusers keeps widening. First ex-partners, now stylists. What's next? The dog walker?
Dope places. But seriously, it shows the power of silence breaking. Once one person comes forward, it gives others the courage to step up. And Nash even said his own testimony earlier this year lit the spark for him.
That's the domino effect. Cassie opened the door, and now everybody who's been holding a story is peeking through.
And this lawsuit ain't just noise. It adds another layer of legal heat on Diddy's plate, the kind that can't be ignored.
So if you thought this was just one bad headline, nah, sis. This is the kind of tea that stains everything.
And trust me, the fallout from this one, it could push Diddy's empire to the breaking point.
Because once your inner circle flips, it's not about keeping up appearances anymore. It's about survival.
Which brings us to the bigger picture. How many more dominoes are waiting to fall? So now the question is, what does this all mean for Diddy? Because baby, these lawsuits are stacking up like unpaid parking tickets.
And we know how the system works. One case might not take you down, but when 3, 4, 5 people start lining up with similar stories, that's when lawyers start sharpening pencils.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And let's talk about reputation. Every new headline makes Diddy's brand harder to polish. This ain't just a bad week of press. This is month after month of his name trending with chaos attached.
And Hollywood got a short memory for your hits, but a long memory for your scandals. You can drop chart toppers all day, but folks will remember the mess first.
Brands see it too. Partnerships, events, endorsements. They don't want smoke near their logo. And if you look around, you'll notice people who used to brag about being close to Diddy.
You used to invite me to your parties. I know, you did. Yeah. You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite
Suddenly quiet.
was it self-destructed. After it was you talking, and so you gave us the information of where the party was, and then it said this message was self-destructed.
I'm very high concept.
Silence is loud, sis. When your friends stop defending you online, that's when you know they're already packing their distance.
And Nash's case isn't just about one man and his stylist. It signals a shift. When people who were inside the empire start speaking up, it shows the walls aren't protecting him anymore.
And that's the danger. An empire built on image can't survive once the curtain drops.
It's given Harvey Weinstein deja vu. The pattern, the silence breaking, the dominoes falling one by one.
And Hollywood will ride with you right up until the check bounces or the headlines get too messy. Then suddenly, it's crickets.
This lawsuit might not be the last, sis. If history repeats, more voices could be waiting. And every new voice makes it harder to spin the story clean.
Exactly. First it was partners, now employees. Who's next? Assistants? Drivers? Maybe even more industry insiders.
For a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
And every time another person comes forward, it chips away at the myth of Diddy being untouchable.
Which means the bigger consequence here isn't just legal fees, it's legacy.
Yes! The man built an empire on music, fashion, culture. But now, people are rewriting his story in real time.
So that was a f***ing lie.
And the chapters ain't pretty.
And once your name shifts from legend to lawsuits, it's nearly impossible to flip it back.
So whether this case wins or not, the damage is already done.
And sis, when even your stylist, the person who made you look polished for the world, is out here airing the tea, that shine is gone.
So maybe the real question isn't, can Diddy win this case?
It's, can he ever win back the image he lost?
And with more voices circling, I wouldn't bet on it.
No.
So there it is, sis. Another day, another case circling Diddy. And each one makes the picture clear. The empire he built on music and fashion is looking shakier by the minute.
And let's be real. Even if the lawyers argue back and forth, the court of public opinion already got its verdict.
Because every new lawsuit doesn't just add paperwork, it rewrites his legacy.
And as always, stay hydrated.